Tomorrow night, history is going to be made in Detroit. There's a live picture of the draft stage where the Bears fans are excited because the team has the 1st and 9th overall pick. So we sent our Cassie Carlson to Detroit to give us a look at what we can expect to see tomorrow night. Good morning, Cassie.
Good morning, Brian. From a cold and windy Detroit, we are currently at the Old Tiger Stadium waiting for 13 of the draft prospects who have been invited to walk across the stage tomorrow night to do an event with Special Olympics. We'll be able to talk to them a little bit and also hear from NFL Network draft analysts leading up to the big night tomorrow. But let's talk about what the Bears are going to do with the #1 overall pick. It is a foregone conclusion that they will draft quarterback Caleb Williams. GM Ryan Poles talked yesterday, and he said he didn't want to say his name out loud, but they do know the direction they are going in, and he said you're going to have to watch the big show tomorrow. But think about all the steps that have been taken to get to this point. Caleb Williams only went on one top 30 visit, and that was to Chicago, and the Bears only hosted one quarterback on a top 30 visit, and that was Caleb Williams. Now, when he was in Chicago, he also had a dinner with some of the team leaders, including TJ Edwards and Cole Kmet, and Ryan Poles said the feedback he got from those players, Caleb Williams is a great teammate, he's a leader, he is all about football, he has a ton of intelligence, and he simply wants to win. He was on a podcast recently, and he said one of his goals was to win 8 Super Bowls. He, of course, is chasing Tom Brady. So what an exciting event it is going to be here today and leading up tomorrow, as he will be the future franchise quarterback in Chicago. But the bigger question going into the draft tomorrow is what the Bears will do with their second first-round pick, 9th overall. And here's what Ryan Poles had to say.
The nice thing is, from the work that we've done, I feel pretty good about just being flexible. That's why we did that project with kind of some premium positions, with O-line, with D-line, receiver, and all that feedback was outstanding. Like, it gave you a really good feeling. Like, there's different championship caliber teams that have built their teams in different ways. And it really, I think, solidified just those premium positions are important. So that, I'd say, like, those 3 are there. It matches up with this draft pretty well.
So whether or not the Bears stay at 9 and pick in that position, potentially trade up for someone like Marvin Harrison Jr. or trade back, depending on how their draft board looks, those could all be options. As Ryan Poles just mentioned, he wants to be flexible. Now, there's a lot of thought that potentially the Bears want to surround Caleb Williams, a first-year quarterback, with weapons on the outside at wide receiver. And one of those names includes Washington wide receiver Rome Odunze. So all those fans are going to really like this. Caleb Williams was on the same flight as Odunze yesterday on their way to Detroit. He said he's a big fan of him. Then another report was leaked later last night by Tom Pelissero, who said that Caleb Williams has already gone through throwing sessions with Bears wide receivers Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Rome Odunze was also involved in those sessions as well. So it should be an exciting night tomorrow here in Detroit, and we'll continue to bring you more coverage throughout the day here on Fox 32 Chicago, as we will hear from some of those prospects. Rome Odunze is in town, along with Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr., so we will talk to them shortly. Brian, I'll send it back to you.
Now, of course, we would love to see the Bears take another receiver because, of course, who doesn't love offense? But what do you think are some of the Bears' other needs going into the draft tomorrow?
Yeah, well, Ryan Poles mentioned all those premium positions. So you're looking at an offensive tackle, also defensive end. Those are 2 areas of need potentially. We know they have Braxton Jones as their left tackle. Remember, he was a 5th-round pick out of an FCS school. So it really depends on what the Bears think of him as the future of protecting the blind side of Caleb Williams. And then on the defensive side, you could go defensive end, someone like Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, to complement Montez Sweat on the opposite side. But I think another area of need that the Bears and Matt Eberflus specifically could be pushing is for an interior defensive lineman, someone like Byron Murphy out of Texas. They call that position the 3-tech, the engine that makes the defense go. So if they could generate pressure from the inside, that would also help the Bears defense.
Cassie, thanks so much. We look forward to hearing much more from you in Detroit, both today and tomorrow. Well, it's